Hey guys, how you doing? Sam Winkworth here from evolutionbootcamp.com, just back with another very quick video. And today, this one's entitled I'm Not Perfect. I just wanted to talk about something that a lot of personal trainers and nutritionists don't really talk about, and that's the fact that we are not perfect. And I'm certainly not perfect. So a lot of people have this perception that personal trainers, lifestyle coaches, dietitians are this godlike figure, or they're absolute perfectionists, obsessed with their nutrition, completely cut off from reality, when in fact that's not really the case at all, especially with me. So I guess in this video I just wanted to talk a little bit about my imperfections, shall we say, when it comes to health and training and nutrition. So the first one was this, and some of you might be aware of this, was that back in the day, about 7-8 years ago, I used to be heavily into bodybuilding, to the point where I got up to about 14-15 stone. I'm around about 12 stone now. So, but with that, I became, I was very strong, and I was holding a lot of muscle tissue, but I became quite fat and unhealthy with it. And I wasn't particularly bothered about my nutrition at all, really. It was all about cramming down the calories. I was taking a lot of supplements. I was taking a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have done. Ashamed to admit it now, but back in the day, that was what I was passionate about, and that's what I wanted to do. And it was from that experience, I guess, of going through bodybuilding and taking stuff that I shouldn't have done. Which is where afterwards I became quite burnt out, and I had like a bit of a mini breakdown. Really, I kind of got very down and very depressed, and that was purely from a lot of the stuff that I was taking. And it was from those experiences that I decided to restore my health properly. See, my nutrition was terrible back then. I was slugging down protein shakes like they were going out of fashion. I was all my meals I wasn't particularly bothered about what my meals looked like. It was all about cramming down the calories, eating, got to increase muscle size, and as a result of that, I became very unhealthy. So I guess that's my first imperfection, that a few years ago I was very unhealthy. But I'm glad, in a way, I'm glad I've gone through that experience, because quite often it's the things that you've done in the past that you learn a lot from. And I decided that that path that I was taking certainly wasn't right for me, and it was from that experience that I decided to commit to getting healthy and hopefully help others people on their journey too. So I guess that's my first confession, if you like, my first imperfection. The second thing is that I do have a Coke and chocolate addiction. Yeah, ashamed to admit it, but back in the summer, I was drinking a lot of Diet Coke, especially after a run, and it was just all about habit. It was getting into a bad habit of going for a run and then just going into a corner shop and just buying a Diet Coke and a couple of chocolate bars. I guess that's okay every now and then, but the problem with that was I was kind of like running most days, and I was eating chocolate and drinking Diet Coke on most days as well. So the thing is with Diet Coke is it can become very, very addictive, as some of you may or may not know. It's got something called aspartame in it, and some of you have probably heard me talking about aspartame on my blog before. But aspartame is a very, very powerful sweetener. It's 200 times stronger than sugar, so you'll get all the same problems sugar gives you, plus the extra. And the thing is with aspartame, it's been research proven to decrease your serotonin levels. So it has been linked with depression and anxiety. So if you're a little bit prone to becoming anxious and becoming depressed, then aspartame isn't a great thing to be drinking. And I was finding actually I was becoming very, very started to go a bit like crazy after when I was drinking this, and I was it was just a bad habit that I got into. So what I tend to find is that if I get my breakfast right, and I make sure that that's absolutely nailed, that's packed full of nutrients, then I find that I don't want to crave so much crap, especially mid morning and mid afternoon. So yeah, that's my second imperfection, I suppose. I do have that. I mean, that's always going to be there, that Coke and chocolate addiction. That will probably never go away. It's a habit that stays there. But I'm finding now that when I build a strong nutritional habits around that, such as getting your breakfast nailed, then I'm finding that's kind of like that habit of eating Coke and drinking Coke and eating chocolate has gradually kind of like melted away. So the third thing as well is my third imperfection, if you like, is that I do suffer from burnouts, and I do have to be very, very aware of it. So the thing is with me is that I like to give everything 100%, you know, whether it be my training routines, whether it be my work, whether it be my relations. I like to commit 100% to everything that I do. But as a downside to that is that I can kind of like get burnt out quite easily. So I guess I'm kind of like learning to read the warning signs a little bit now, and I don't and I'm not becoming metrically obsessed with my workouts. So if I'm feeling a little bit rough, like I have been this week, then I'm not going to religiously and blindly follow my training routine like I may have done in the past. I kind of like let my body heal, and let my body kind of like tell me when it's ready for another workout. And that's kind of like a big thing for me, because before I'd be all about following the training program 100% to the letter, even if I'm feeling rough. And but now, you know, I'm still following the plan, but I'm just kind of like being a little bit kinder to myself. So there you go, guys. That's another kind of like crazy rambling from me there. Basically, I just wanted to share with you my 3 imperfections. So that's my fat, unhealthy personal training days, the Coke and chocolate addiction, and also the burnout issue as well. So, guys, I hope that's been helpful. This has been Sam Winkworth for RevolutionBootcamp.com. Peace out.